Now, Brad, the UK and US are reporting that Russia has used an anti-satellite weapon in space. Firstly, what exactly is this weapon itself, and what does it say about Russia's intentions?
Yeah, so firstly, what the US and the UK are reporting is there was kind of this spear or this pole that went out from a Russian satellite, the same that was reported to be interfering with the US satellite back in late 2018. The details haven't been fully released on what it does, but it appears it was trying to maybe cause a malfunction or disable, kind of give it a poke. So it wasn't necessarily kind of an explosion, but maybe a nudge, enough just to knock off a satellite or disable it, which is pretty much all you need to do in space. Now, there's been a lot of rhetoric from the US mostly, but now with the UK joining it as well, it's really showing that Russia is reasserting themselves, not just in space, but in the use of space relative to defense and technology here on Earth. Uh, and we talk about things like Space Force that the US has had and other groups. It's a direct relation to the growing potential militarization of space, the growing use of space for defensive and potentially offensive purposes. So it's a bit of a growing worry that Russia's doing this, not just because Russia is doing this, but the responses are going to be from the US and the UK. It's definitely an area to watch.
And how concerned do you think that UK and US authorities would be at this potential threat?
So, look, I think from this as a concrete event, not as much saying that it's happening. What it's worrying about is this a test demonstrator for future launches? What is exactly it's aiming to do? Again, if it just does 5 maneuvers and kind of gives 5 satellites a poke, you just can disable a critical network and a defense capability of the US or the UK. And if you look at, say, the Five Eyes alliance between those countries, which includes Australia, that can disable, say, intelligence gathering of our defensive countries. So, it's a slippery slope, and it's one that we'll have to see what the US and the UK responds to. They will obviously do this via the UN Office for Outer Space Affairs, but also what more potential militarization responses they take can definitely signal a change in how space is going to be used this decade.
Well, a lot of politics even in the space world. Brad,
right.
Another busy week as always. Brad Tucker, thank you so much for joining me this afternoon.
Take care.